Hey guys, Brendan Tees from Hooper here. I've played professional basketball for over 12 years and thought that now, especially in South Australia, is a better time than any to kind of help you guys with a few tips here and there. I've learned a lot of things along the way, learned from a lot of great coaches and a lot of great players. So I'm here to pass my knowledge on to you, and especially if you're in South Australia, well, I've got some downtime. This might be a perfect opportunity to kind of expand your game. Um, Today we've got the 3 tips on how to come off pin downs effectively. We're going to use Clint Steindl as an example. This guy's made a living over at the Perth Wildcats, Townsville Crocodiles, for coming off pin downs, catch and shoot three. So perfect example to learn from, and hopefully pick a few things up. Before we begin, if you haven't already, please go to hooper.com.au. There you'll find a free guide on um, the 8 different ways to score when attacking the basket. So this is perfect for those of you who, you might cross your defender up, you might get to the rim, but you might keep on getting a shot blocked or miss layups or, whatever else. So these are 8 different ways that you can score when attacking the basket. And you'll find that at hooper.com.au/attack the basket. I've also put the link below. So if you want to go check it out, please click on the link below. Now, let's get started. The first tip that I can give you when coming off pin down screens is to walk your man in. All right. You're going to need to walk your man in to get a better angle on the screen. So this means you want to be below the level of the screen. So when you're coming off that screen, your defender has to make a decision. Do I go under the screen or do I come over the top? Once you get to below the level of the screen, the whole reason you're doing this is to reduce the gap that the defender can get through, right? So if I'm coming off too wide, there'll be that little bit of a gap for the defender to get through, and that's not what we want. So I have an example here for you. Once again, this is Clint Steindl. We'll watch it a few times. So you'll find Clint over in this corner over here. All right, I want you to watch him walk his man in. So walk in, below the level of the screen. And in this case, he decided to curl the screen all the way to the rim. So he obviously identified that his defender was trailing him, and made the call to curl that pin down and get all the way to the rim. So watch it one more time. I just want you to have a look. Walks his man in below the level of the screen from Wagstaff, comes off, decides to curl, gets all the way to the rim. All right, so first point, walk your man in, very important. Second point, I want you to change pace. Okay, so after you're walking your man in, before you come off your screen, you need to change pace. So that means either going from walking to sprinting. You can light jog into a sprint, wherever you are in the court, it doesn't matter. If you are, in fact, stuck in the corner of the court, you can stand there like you're, chilling. I put there, you can stand there like you're chilling. So what I mean by that is you can be straight-legged, kind of looking around. You might say, be talking to someone over the other side of the court or something like that, and then boom, explode off the screen, change pace. If you're already on the run though, and your defender's trailing, you can stop suddenly. So you can sprint, stop. The defender will run into your back, which will either be a foul or it kind of gets him off balance, and that's when you take off again and come off the pin down. So very important to change pace. Let's have a look at an example. So over here, you'll see Clint, slow, boom, off the screen, gets it off. All right, so you'll see him in this corner over here. Watch it again. Watch him walk his man in, and he comes to a complete stop, and then go. Sprint, takes off, leaves his defender behind. All right, so first step, walk your man in. Second step, you need to change pace. Third step, come off shoulder to shoulder. You've probably heard a bunch of your coaches tell you to do this, come off shoulder to shoulder. There's 3 things you can do when you're coming off a pin down. You can curl, you can flare, or you can straight cut. So the first example we saw, obviously Clint curled to the rim, got a layup. On the second example, you saw him do a straight cut. So that means he came straight off the pin down, quarter on the 3, turned and put the shot up. The third thing you can do is come off a flare. So if you see your defender go under the screen, you can flare back behind it and catch your defender off guard. He'll be on the other side of the screen. Now, there's nothing in the rule book about fouling your own player. So the person who's setting the screen, you can foul him. If you come off shoulder to shoulder, knock your shoulder off, you're not going to get a foul call. If you want to wrap your arm around him, right? If I wrap my arm around the screener, there's no room for my defender to get through that gap. I was fortunate enough to play a year with a guy called Reese Carter, and he was the same position as me, so I had to guard him most practices, and he actually taught me this, and I've used it ever since. There is no way that if you wrap your arm around your own screener that the defender can get through, and you're automatically trailing, and this leaves 2 of your options. You can curl or you can straight cut to the 3. So that's a great tip there if you want to use it. So there we go, guys. First tip I can tell you is to walk your man in. So you need to get below the level of the screen, come off shoulder to shoulder, and change pace. Okay, 3 tips to coming off pin down screens effectively. Go and try them, see how you go. I hope this was helpful for you today. Just to let you guys know, tomorrow at 5 p.m. Adelaide time, we have 3 decisions that you can make if your defender's trapping the on ball. And this goes for guards and bigs. I'm going to show you both screener and if you're coming off the screen, some decisions you can make if the defender's trapping. What I'm going to do now is I'm happy to stick around and answer a few questions. If you guys have got questions, please comment below. I'll give you a few seconds to type something, and we'll see what I can come up with. And it's fine if you guys don't have any questions right now. Feel free to just type in comments below whenever you see this video. I'll do my best to kind of circle back and check any questions that you guys might have, and I'll try to answer those questions as quick as possible. So whenever you see this video, just please type a comment. Ask me anything. I'll answer the question for you below. All right. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 5 p.m. Hopefully that helped.